The White House really did look lovely. It was beautiful. Also, I was looking for some Fox News coworkers because this is for television news. As a former Fox News host, Megyn Kelly is known for her tough journalism and strong views. Because she is so well known, people talk a lot about her personal choices, like what she wears to the beach. There's no doubt that Megyn looks stunning in a bikini, but the problems she causes are more often related to privacy, body image, and the expectations people have of her as a media star. But are all of these emotions a sign of larger debates in society about how women should be shown and judged in the media, especially when it comes to how they look and what they wear? What's the big deal about Megyn Kelly's bold fashion choices? Come with us as we show you her bikini pictures, which are actually inappropriate for adults. Positivity about your body and Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly has always had strong views that have caused heated arguments. She used to be a news anchor for Fox. Still, she is 52 years old, and there's no question that one of her best qualities is how beautiful she looks in a bikini. On April 29, 2023, the SiriusXM show shared a great selfie with fans who were going to ruin a friend's party weekend in South Florida. In the picture, Megyn showed off her curves in a stylish black bikini top with spots and dark glasses. She was smiling and having a great time with a friend in the sun. Following the picture on Twitter was a message that said she was grateful for the support in running her show. Thanks for a great week on the Megyn Kelly Show. We're in Miami to celebrate the 50th wedding anniversary of a friend, and we're looking forward to another great week of shows that start on Monday. People were also interested in Megyn because of her beach clothes, but this wasn't the first time. She showed off her good looks in 2019 by paddling in the clear, beautiful water of the Bahamas in a stylish black triangle bikini. When asked about her workout routine, Kelly has been honest, even though she has an amazing body. She has even said that she no longer works out. Megyn wrote in her 2016 book Settle for More, "As for me with my family, something had to change, and I made a change with fitness." Instead, she follows the F-Factor diet, which was created by registered dietitian Tanya Zuckerbrot and is a high-fiber plan that Megyn started after giving birth to her first child, Yates, in 2009, after getting too fat during pregnancy. She used it to get back on her feet quickly. Kates was born in 2009, Yardley in 2011, and Thatcher in 2013. She is married to the author Douglas Brunt, and they have 3 children together. Tanya Zuckerbrot talked about the Dios and Don TS of the F-Factor diet in talks that ran in Life and Style on July 12, 2018. She says that every meal should have both carbohydrates and protein. F-Factor is based on eating 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, a snack, and dinner. All 4 meals should contain protein and carbohydrates. She said, "I think that's pretty important. The goal of the diet is to create a caloric balance so that people can keep their muscle mass, even if they don't do any hard workouts. You don't have to work out 7 days a week." She also said that you can do F-Factor as your physical exercise and go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week to keep your muscles. Kelly, if you got it, show it off. Which is why it's not a wonder that she's been posting hot pictures of herself in a bikini while she's on vacation or even just at home in the summer by the pool. She also made headlines when she posted some embarrassing pictures of herself in a black bikini while she was on vacation with her family in the Bahamas in 2023. Before this beautiful woman who wanted attention posted a picture of herself in a Make Women Female Again bathing suit and posed provocatively with a friend at the pool. Fans don't like how she's showing off her body, and a lot of them keep asking, why is Kelly showing so much skin in her tiny bikini? Additionally, some people are interested in how she stays in such great shape without strictly following the F-Factor diet, which she said was the key to her easy, long-lasting fitness. Megyn Kelly is well known. Megyn Kelly started her career when she went to Washington, D.C. in 2003 and got a job as a general assignment reporter at WJLA-TV, an ABC affiliate. It was there that she brought attention to herself by covering both national and local events. Kennedy wrote about important events like the confirmation meetings for Samuel Alito and John G. Roberts, the retirement of Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, and the death of Chief Justice William Rehnquist. Kelly also wrote about the political chaos that happened before the 2004 presidential election. Most news outlets, including Jonathan Klein, who was president of CNN at the time, took notice of Kelly's in-depth coverage of these important legal and political issues. Klein said that his biggest regret is that he didn't hire Kelly sooner and that he would love to have Kelly from any other organization. In spite of this, Kelly went to Fox News Channel in 2004 and quickly became more successful there. Kelly started to analyze the law on Special Report with Brit Hume. She also had her own court show on Weekend Live called Kelly's Court. It didn't take long for her amazing mix of legal smarts and energy to put her ahead of the typical people in the network. Kelly was also a strong supporter of the O'Reilly Factor and agreed to this weekly slot. She also often filled in for Greta Van Susteren on the show and talked about politics and the law. but there were times when she was in charge of the weekend news. It was clear that Kelly was a judicial star for Fox News, and she was on the rise. After taking over as host of America Live, a 2-hour afternoon show that replaced the live desk on February 1st, 2010, Kelly became even more well-known on the network. The show quickly gained loyal viewers because it mixed breaking news with analysis and expert opinion. Between December 2009 and December 2010, America Live's numbers went up by a huge 20%, especially among people aged 25 to 54. An average of over 1,029,000 people who watched the show. Many people liked how Kelly was honest, authoritative, and nice. At the same time, she found time to be a guest panelist on Red Eye with Greg Gutfeld, a late-night satire comedy show on Fox News. This showed how versatile she was as a broadcaster. The next year, in December, she worked with Bill Hemmer to co-host the channel's New Year's Eve party. The fact that she was so well known on the network also helped. Megyn Kelly and the mess with Donald Trump. Even though Megyn Kelly was already well known, she became even more well known and important during the August 2015 GOP debate. Then she asked Donald Trump, who is running for president, an awkward question about some of the things he has said in the past about women. Trump attacked and put down Kelly because he didn't like the question that was asked. He called her crazy, angry, and a bimbo, among other things. It got worse when he said on CNN that she had blood in her eyes and blood coming out of her body. At this point, Kelly America States said that the former real estate mogul who was running for office had actually asked for her support to help his campaign. It's one of the stories about the 2016 election that Kelly didn't tell in her book Settle for More. It wasn't just me that Trump gave things to in order to change how they covered events. My sources told me that Trump went out of his way to give them something great, like hotel rooms or rides on his 757. Fox News couldn't do much to defend Kelly while Trump was attacking her. This is likely because Roger Ailes, the CEO of Fox News, was close with Trump the whole time. Many women would later say that both men, who were in their 70s at the time, abused them. Last but not least, Kelly said that Ailes had also hurt her, just like former Fox News host Gretchen Carlson, who was the first person to publicly accuse Ailes of wrongdoing. These claims gave us more information about the unhealthy power structure in the company at that time. Megyn Kelly is moving from one network to another. At the end of 2016, there were a lot of rumors that Megyn Kelly was unhappy at Fox News, the network that made her famous. Since her deal was about to end, it was thought that she would look for work with other networks. In January 2017, the New York Times reported that Kelly was planning to quit her job at Fox and start working for NBC while she signed a deal to do a triple hat gig. With this new job, she was supposed to do a lot of different things, like host a daytime talk show, be the anchor of a Sunday night news magazine, and cover major political events. Kelly officially left Fox News on January 6, 2017, after the last episode of her very popular show aired. It was said that she signed a non-competition deal when she left, which meant she couldn't work for a competing station until July 2017, or until the situation was fixed. By the summer of 2017, Kelly had made a big break into NBC by being the first person to talk to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Megyn Kelly did this interview as part of the first episode of her Sunday Night News show, Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly. Before the interview, Kelly took part in a panel talk at the St. Petersburg Economic Forum. This conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin brought a lot of attention to Kelly's first day on the job at NBC. Kelly also started her daily talk show, Megyn Kelly Today, in September 2017 as part of NBC's morning block. The show was very different from the heated political atmosphere she was known for at Fox News. It tried to be much kinder with segments on edited topics and interviews. It is said that Kelly's deal with NBC is worth $15 million to $20 million to $20 million. This shows how much the network trusts her to do well in all areas. 12 shows made up the first season of Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly. They aired in the summer of 2017. The show took a break after this for NFL and Winter Olympics shows. But NBC planned to bring the show back in the summer of 2018, but that hasn't happened yet. Kelly then changed her mind and started making segments for Dateline NBC. This let her stay with the network, but in a more traditional reporting job. Kelly's job at NBC took a big turn on October 23, 2018, when she said what she thought about black people dressing up as black people for Halloween during the taping of Megyn Kelly Today. She says, "When I was a kid, it was okay as long as you dressed up as a character." She even praised reality TV star LaWanda Lysis for painting her skin black for Halloween to look like Diana Ross. Audiences, critics, and everyone else who heard her quickly condemned her words, calling her someone who made blackface seem less serious. Because of this, Kelly sent an email to the staff saying she felt bad about what she said and how important it was, even though they said sorry, the damage was already done. Today, October 26, 2018, NBC ended Megyn Kelly's show. There were earlier rumors that Kelly was thinking about leaving the show to focus on her job as a reporter, but the controversy made her leave faster. Kelly was officially fired by NBC on January 11, 2019, and she was paid the last $30 million of her deal. How, though, has she kept showing off her media fame despite the problems? The Devil May Care Media, Megyn Kelly's own media production business, was announced on September 10, 2020. The first big thing she did for her new business was start a podcast called The Megyn Kelly Show, which debuted on September 28, 2020. Within a short time, this show became the way for Kelly to say what she really thinks about current events, politics, and cultural issues without any filters. This gave her a chance to connect with viewers on a deeper level, away from the rules of old-fashioned network news. People watched The Megyn Kelly Show more in 2021 after it moved to Sirius XM. On July 6, 2021, it was announced that the podcast would be joining the Sirius XM Talk radio channel called Victory, and the first episode aired on September 7, 2021. The show aired every weekday at noon ET and had a video feed, which helped Kelly reach more Sirius XM listeners. Also, at the start of 2023, she talked about a mystery project that needed her to be a member of SAG-AFTRA. This made her fans very interested because it sounded like it would be more than her job as a journalist and commentator. While on The Megyn Kelly Show on November 30th, 2023, Kelly shared the happy news that she had been cast in Mr. Bertram, an adult animated comedy show. Danny Trejo, Roseanne Barr, and Adam Carolla are all in this show made by the Daily Wire. It will come out in early 2024. This was Kelly's first step into written political entertainment, which was an interesting addition to her already very long and successful media career. A few days after the Mr. Bertram news, Kelly went back to her roots as a reporter. She became more well-known in politics again on December 6, 2023, when she co-hosted the 4th Republican primary discussion on News Nation with Elizabeth Vargas and Eliana Johnson. Kelly brought her sharp interviewing skills and years of experience as a moderator to the debate stage, where she talked with candidates about important topics. But did she keep having an impact on political media, showing that she could be both a critic and a moderator? Megyn Kelly called herself a politically independent person. Megyn Kelly has said that she is an independent media figure, which she talked about in a 2015 interview with Variety. She said in the conversation that she has voted for politicians from both parties because she thinks that people and problems should be looked at in a practical way, instead of being stuck to narrow party beliefs. This helps to explain why she looked at political or social issues from all sides, and it worked really well because she used different points of view. When we talk about tolerance, Kelly has also been a strong backer of making drugs legal. He has even called for a more extreme approach than what is currently taken. For example, she has said that the problems with drugs and drug enforcement could be handled better by making drugs legal and regulating them properly, such as by taxing some drugs instead of banning them completely. She has also said that the U.S. should have more hardworking immigrants than it does now. This move by her shows that she still believes people can have rights and chances. Still, Kelly's thoughts have also gotten some attention. She hasn't been afraid to say that she doesn't like how immigration from Muslim countries is encroaching on Europe and making it safer. This has caused problems with the rule of law, integrating into neighborhoods, and national security. It has also made the idea of immigration policy more complicated. This part of her political speech shows that she has a deeper understanding of the issues that different countries face with immigration, and the mixing of different cultures. Also, after the terrible events at Parkland High School in 2018, Kelly didn't think twice about attacking the NRA. He did this by pointing out how powerful the group is in the U.S. and how it has changed gun laws. She made people uncomfortable by saying that the NRA was behind many of the important changes that were meant to reduce gun violence. She also asked politicians to put the welfare of the people over campaign contributions and lobbying. Once more, her honest calls for changes and stricter gun laws showed that she is ready to deal with national problems, even if it means going against politics and greed. She wants the audience to feel like they are part of a group that talks about tough topics like government, basic morals, and personal freedoms in modern America. Megyn Kelly's controversial view on sports who are transgender. Once again, Megyn Kelly was at the center of a heated discussion during the Summer Olympics in August 2024. This time, it was because of her strong opinions on women's sports and the inclusion of transgender athletes. Kelly, who is known for her unfiltered comments and desire to have divisive conversations, went after Nancy Armour, a sports columnist for USA Today, starting a new heated national debate. Early in the year, Kelly had harshly attacked Armour for how she felt about transgender athletes playing sports for women. The controversy started when Armour backed Dawn Staley, the women's basketball coach at South Carolina, who had said out loud that she wanted transgender women to play college hoops. During her show, The Megyn Kelly Show, Kelly did not hold back her dislike and launched a harsh attack against Armour. Kelly went on a rant in which she called Armour a repeat offender of women's rights and said that she was hurting female athletes by backing transgender women's participation in sports. Kelly wasn't afraid to say what she really thought: "You're a goddamn national disgrace, madam, because you have a pen and a very large newspaper dwindling, though. By the day you could also speak out for women, but you're too afraid to." Kelly's comments went viral online very quickly. People both praised and criticized her for taking a firm stand on the problem. Kelly thought that the honesty of women's sports was in danger, and she thought that writers like Armour, who pushed for transgender rights, were failing the women they said they supported. Remember that she was fired from NBC for defending blackface in a talk about Halloween costumes. This was the last thing that made her work at the network. Kelly's departure from NBC didn't really change her reach or impact. She kept getting a lot of attention through her podcast and other media work, especially when it came to women's problems, politics, and cultural debates. What Megyn Kelly thinks about changing names. In June 2023, most of the news about Megyn Kelly was about her views about preferred pronouns, which went from being supportive to strongly opposing. Kelly had at first said she understood why people would want to be addressed by the names they chose, but she later changed her mind. She vented her anger about what she called radical gender ideology, what it meant for free speech and the conversation about gender and gender identity, as well as how it tried to force people to agree with its ideas. As Kelly's involvement grew, she spoke out more strongly against the transgender community and those who support them, as well as feminist groups and especially those in power. One of the well-known people she went after was transgender content creator Dylan Mulvaney, who posts about her story of gender transition on social media. In the case of Mulvaney, there were a lot of objections to this trend. Kelly made a very serious charge against him, saying that the performative feminine presence was nothing but a distortion of woman and young girl. Kelly thought Mulvaney's character, which drew in a lot of brands and media attention, showed how times were changing, which she thought made fun of the very nature of women who were born female. Kelly didn't just dislike the fact that Mulvaney was getting more attention because she thought transgender women were becoming generalized as symbols of womanhood in society. People also paid attention to Kelly's reaction to AVA Chris Tyson, a famous transgender woman who came out in an interview with Anthony Padilla on YouTube. In her commentary, Kelly repeatedly misgendered Tyson by using male pronouns to talk about her and openly rejecting the fact that she is a transgender woman. LGBTQ advocates and friends were very angry about this. They saw Kelly's misgendering as a harmful act that she did on purpose. Kelly, on the other hand, stuck to her point of view, saying that affirming transgender identities, especially through language like preferred pronouns, was a form of social coercion because she believed in biological truth. Kelly's criticism was not just directed at people, but also at the entertainment and media industries, especially when it comes to kids' shows. One of her harshest complaints was aimed at the creators of Transformers Earth Spark, a kids' animated show with a non-binary character. Megyn Kelly's family and love life. Megyn Kelly's life changed when she met medical student Dan Kendall in Chicago. As soon as they met, they fell in love. In September 2001, they said their vows in the Catholic Church. In the past, around the same time, Kelly's career as a lawyer was also on the rise. She was hired as a business litigator at Jones Day Law Firm, one of the best law firms in the US, and worked there for almost 10 years. Not long after that, in 2003, the couple moved to Washington, D.C. because her husband's job at Johns Hopkins Hospital changed their work situation. Even though they tried to save the marriage, it was over for good, and the split was finalized in 2006. Nearly 2 years later, in March 2024, Kelly told everyone that she was getting a Catholic divorce of her marriage to Kendall through the process, which showed how much she believed in the religion. It means that the church doesn't see the marriage as real, even though a legal divorce has been granted. Following the end of her marriage to Kendall, Kelly met and fell in love with Douglas Brunt, who was the president and CEO of the cybersecurity company where she worked, Authentium. In 2008, they got married, but Brunt later turned his attention to writing full-time and became a published author. They have 3 children together, born in 2009, 2011, and 2013. Kelly has been open about the fact that all 3 of her children were born through in vitro fertilization IVF. She has also written about her pregnancy, including all of the ups and downs. The family spends some time at their home in Connecticut during the school year so that their kids can go to school there, and some time at a beautiful waterfront property in New Jersey, where they spend the summer. This mix between family, work, and personal growth has become very important to Kelly as she grows professionally and personally. Megyn Kelly started a big writing job in February 2016 when she signed a lucrative deal with HarperCollins to write her autobiography. The deal, which was said to be worth more than $10 million, showed how important she was to the media and how much people were looking forward to her story. If you read the book called Settle for More, you'll get a close look at her life, work, and the problems she faces as a strong journalist. It was supposed to come out on November 15th, 2016. It got a lot of attention right away because it was an honest look at her life, including her rough time at Fox News and her meetings with famous people like Donald Trump. Kelly has also worked hard to bring up important social problems during her career in addition to her success on screen. For example, she moved on to the causes of child abuse in 2009 after getting an award from Child Help, an organization that works to stop child abuse. In medical care. This was because of how hard she worked at Fox News to report on cases of child abuse and how she fought for the young, harmless victims of these crimes. She kept getting better at what she did while wearing the cap, and at the 15th class reunion in 2010, she was given the Albany Law School Alumni Achievement Award. Over the years, this award has recognized her as a great graduate of the law school she attended before becoming more interested in writing. In 2014, Kelly got more attention when Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. The reason she got this award was because of how much power she had in the media and on national problems that were very important at the time. On a certain date, Sunday, September 26, 2015, everyone was honored, including Kelly, when Bethlehem Central High School, where she went to school, put her in the Hall of Fame. She deserves this award for both her hard work, which has helped her stay in one place, and the morals she built up in her early years. With all of these awards, Kelly's rise from a young reporter to a screen goddess with a lot of power and impact has inspired a lot of pets. Thanks for seeing. Do not forget to leave a review if you like this video. Press the like button. Sign up for more interesting stuff. The movie you're looking at now is an interesting one. Click on it to see another one.